Friday into Saturday.
All right, Justin, sounds good. Thanks. All right, joining me now is the previously mentioned John Katsilometes of the Las Vegas Review-Journal. We're talking about the always evolving entertainment scene here in Las Vegas.
Always evolving.
We have a lot to talk about today, actually, and so we'll just rip through these subjects as we go. The first one, this has generated a lot of conversation. The Vegas Golden Knights are partnering with Wolfgang Puck for a new restaurant. What can you tell us about this?
There are 5 Golden Knights, and appropriately enough, Wolfgang Puck, who's got the right name for this.
Yeah, he does.
It's led by, I had an interview with one of the partners in it, who's Alex Tuck from the Golden Knights, and they're going to open up what's called Wolfgang Puck's Players Locker out at downtown Summerlin in January. And this is where the Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill has been located previously.
Right.
And these guys, Shea Theodore, Riley Smith, Derek England are part of this thing, and they met Wolfgang during a promotional video that they were doing on the ice, and they became fast friends, and then through some various partnerships, including Tommy Battaglia, who owns the suit company that dresses the team, they all wanted to become entrepreneurs in the food business, and Tom Kaplan, who's partners with Wolfgang Puck, said, we might have an idea for you, and his last name is Puck, and there you go. So it's going to be, they're going to have lockers for your own cocktails or your own whiskey or whatever beverage you want out there. You can have a dedicated locker with the players and with Puck, and it opens in January, and it's going to be where Vegas Golden Knights fans can go to hang out with the players.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So you can confirm that it's actually going to have a hockey theme with, you know,
absolutely. Yeah, it'll have gear out and everything. No, what Alex told me too is if you get off the strip at about 10:30 after their games end, there's not a lot of places to eat late at night in Summerlin.
Right.
And all the players live out there.
Yep.
So they've got a dedicated audience with the team itself that are going to want to come out there. So it'll be a cool hang. I'm sure of it. It's right near the City National Arena, right across from there at downtown Summerlin. So there you have it.
I don't think they'll have any trouble getting fans in the door there.
No, I know I'll be there, and I don't go out to Summerlin that much, but that's a place I would go. And living downtown, I would make it out there. So you know that will happen.
Very cool. All right, moving on. Celine Dion, #1 again after 17 years. I think this is in reference to her new album.
Yeah, her new album is called Courage, and she released it just as she was. Well, the album itself was released this month, and her world tour launched as she was leaving Caesar's Palace in June. And she spent 16 years at Caesar's, and there's the famous water curtain. But the thing about Celine is it's been 17 years since A New Day Has Come was issued in 2002. That was #1. In between those two #1s, she had her entire run in Las Vegas without a #1 album released while she was performing here.
Right.
The tent posts are the #1s. And her world tour is going crazy right now. She's setting records on that too. And you know, there's always talk that she's going to come back to Las Vegas, and that wouldn't happen until 2021, but she has shown that she still is a bankable recording and touring artist, as big as they get. And it's a great time for her right now.
She never stops. I mean, we ran a story earlier this week that I think she's one of 4 artists to be #1 in 4 different decades.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. You know, and she set the all-time record for female solo artists with this duration between that. So that's no fluke. You know, she's an incredible artist.
Never ceases to impress. All right, we got to move on to a new partnership between Vans and the Palms. So these Vans shoes are going to actually represent some artwork from the Palms, as I understand it.
Yeah, this is Vans, the famous sneaker line, and Damien Hirst, who has done all the artwork at the Palms. He's got the shark at the unknown bar, the 3 sections, and the big suite upstairs. It's the luxury suite. Damien Hirst is the artist of residence in the Palms, and his designs and his motifs are being used on 6 new designs of shoes that are going to be released this month and available at the Palms. And they're really cool. They have the checks and the circles and the polka dots and everything, so I'm going to order some immediately.
They are really cool.
Yeah.
And if you haven't been to the Palms, I mean, they have incredible artwork there. And the Vans have kind of become one of those staple fashion lines of West Coast style.
It is. It's not like the old Vans. They were just kind of kitschy. They're going up scale here. And that Lamborghini out front, that orange Dayglow Lamborghini at the front of the Palms in the valet is also Damien Hirst. So he does all kinds of different things.
Can't wait to see those shoes in person. You gotta bring those by.
I'll wear them on the air.
Okay, sounds good. Also, there's a new slogan for the city of Las Vegas, right?
What happens here only happens here.
Ah, I see.
Remember
it's a playoff
that.
of the old slogan.
What happens here only happens here. Now, this was a chant that Steven Tyler, of all people, uncorked at an Aerosmith show. I wrote live from Aerosmith a week ago, Tuesday, and he led the crowd in this cheer 4 or 5 times for cameras. And I looked into it a little bit, and it's the new civic campaign that the LVCVA is planning to roll out on January 26th next year. And the Aerosmith is teased to it. Shania Twain is teased to it.
Wow.
They've done work with Christina Aguilera, I believe, is going to be involved in it. And there's a big teaser campaign going on, and it's going to be the evolved version of What Happens Here Stays Here.
Of course.
And people loved it. Yeah, we all chanted it back, you know. Stephen, because Stephen asked us to.
I think it's smart because, I mean, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That caught on years ago, and now everyone in the country knows that is Las Vegas' slogan.
Impress your friends by knowing this. The original slogan was, what happens in Sedona stays in Sedona. The people who found this slogan for Las Vegas ran into a t-shirt that read that way in Sedona, Mexico, and ran back to Las Vegas, said, we got to use this. That was in 2002. That was people from R&R Advertising. That's how the whole thing started.
That is genius marketing. All right, I've been told we only have 30 seconds left, so really quickly, the comedian Jeff Civillico is ending his run in Las Vegas?
My buddy Jeff, he's had one of the great family acts in Las Vegas for a decade. He is leaving his show at Paris, Las Vegas. He's a spokesman for the celebrity spokesman for Las Vegas Natural History Museum, and has founded Win-Win Entertainment, which is a big charity that pairs entertainers with causes. And he's leaving the Anthony Cools Experience at Paris, Las Vegas on December 18th, and I'm sad to see him stop entertaining, but he's going to be a force in the charity world and also on the corporate circuit. He's a great juggler and a great unicycle rider.
Yeah, and a great comedian. He had a great run.
Very funny guy.
Don't forget to check out Katz's his column, I should say, in the Review Journal. Thanks so much for being here, John.
Anytime.
All right, we'll be right back.